The day that Facebook ads really changed my life, my businesses, all aspects of entrepreneurship was the day I realized that Facebook ads could work for me. And traditionally, typically, these type of videos are saying how to get your Facebook ads to work. What I'm saying is I want to teach you how to get your Facebook ads to work for you, like an employee. How can you get Facebook ads to work for you? And I'm not saying, typically these type of videos are talking about tips or tricks to get Facebook ads just to work. I'm not saying let's just get them to work, but I'm saying, how do I get my Facebook ad accounts to work for me like an employee would? Where I sleep, I could take a week vacation and my Facebook ads keep working for me and my business. I'm going to break that down for you. It's actually extremely simple. And by the end of this video, you're going to know what to do in your ad account today to make your Facebook ad account really an employee. So my name is Pondir. I'm an entrepreneur, Facebook advertiser. I own Pondir.com, and my YouTube channel is solely here to help you. So if you could hit that like button, greatly appreciate it. So I got started in Facebook ads back in 2016. I launched like 15 different dropshipping brands. They all failed. Spent the last of my savings, spent like $15,000 on private label inventory. That all failed. I had to pay my rent on a credit card. Finally, I read a book called Ogilvy on Advertising, and it changed my whole perspective. And I've talked about this book a lot. I'll link a video in the description breaking down that book and why you need to read it. But once that changed, my e-commerce businesses went from losing money every month, no success whatsoever, to $30,000 a month, $60,000, $120,000, $180,000, $500,000 a month, and so forth. And all the meanwhile, sure, revenue's great, ads are performing, not much to complain about, but I was spending 8 to 9 hours a day in my ad account. And now, generating those same results, I really don't have to spend more than 10, 15 minutes checking into the ad account every day in order to make my Facebook ads work for me. And the key word is not will work overall, but will work for me. So the key difference that changed was I started putting my time and my effort, the time and effort that I used to put into the ad account and actually spend in that ad account, I switched it and started spending that time outside of the ad account. Specifically, I started spending my time on one core thing, the ad creatives themselves. So I have this process now, and this process is what I'm going to break down for you here. But this process allows me to spend a considerable amount of work and effort on my creatives up front, but those creatives then will work for me for months at a time. So it's basically, instead of 8 to 9 hours in my ad account per day, I spend those 8 to 9 hours on my creatives for a week straight. And then from that point, it's just check-ins with the ad account. Turning off ads that aren't working, turning off ads that aren't performing, scaling the ones that are. The stuff that's actually minimal in terms of time requirement. So here's this process that I use to make my creatives, make my ad accounts work for me. So first step is getting media. The most important aspect to any creative is the clips that go into it. And this is a part where I see people kind of skimp out. I see people put all of the focus on the actual production of the ad. So they're taking their clips, they're really focused on the structure. So they're, that 3 to 5 second scroll stopper, go into present the product for 5 seconds, go into 3 different benefits of the product, present an offer, and then a call to action. And that structure is important, but they skimp over the piece that's required right before that, which is the media. And so leading up to this, I would take images from the website. I'd find, if I was drop shipping, I'd find videos on YouTube of the product or a similar product that were Creative Commons, just use those clips. And I didn't see that performance. I had to spend those 8 to 9 hours in my ad account trying to hack my way through. And now what I do is I really focus on getting quality media assets. And you don't need a high quality camera. You don't need anything besides a phone. And this is the process. So here's what you need to do. First thing you need to do is find a similar product to yours on Amazon. Find one with quite a few reviews, preferably over 100 reviews on Amazon. Go to the reviews and filter by 1-star reviews. By filtering by 1-star reviews, you're going to find out 3 to 5 core aspects of the competitor's product, people that are in your market for your product. You're going to find out the 3 to 5 things that drives them nuts. Whether it's maybe it's like a shampoo, and like one of the core things is like my hair falls out when I use it. I mean, hopefully not, right? But or maybe like my hair's frizzy the next day when I use this shampoo. By understanding what drives the core customers in your market nuts, you can then take your phone, record homemade clips driving in those pain points. So let's say I'm selling a shampoo. So I know these people are in my market. I'm going to take my phone, set it up on a tripod, stick it to the wall, and I'll hop in the shower. I'll take the shampoo, I'll rub it up. And as I'm doing that, I'm overlaying captions on the clips saying, tired of frizzy hair the next day you use your shampoo. Then right after that, clip transitions, and then there I am with like my silky smooth, beautiful, luscious hair. And that's number one. Next, like if one of the main things is like people's hair falling out, once again, hopefully not, because that's probably shampoo you don't want to be using. But if it was, go on to Fiverr, go on to any of these sites where you can actually get very high quality media created for it's very cost efficient, $10, $15, $20. Send the product off to someone with like beautiful set of hair, have them just record one clip using it, and then say, maybe there's an ingredient like biotin or something in your shampoo, and you say, this shampoo promotes like amazing, thick, so forth hair. Right there, within the first 10 seconds of the video, you present those clips. You've hit one market. You've hit one. So when you look at audiences on Facebook and audiences that you're advertising to, you have to look at it like pockets. So people that are in market for shampoo, maybe they have frizzy hair. That's one pocket. Maybe they want hair growth. That's another pocket. Maybe they put like color in their hair and they want to maintain or improve that color over time. That's another pocket. Basically what I do is before I get this media created, I go to Amazon, find the 1-star reviews, I review those, take note of them, and then I break it down into segments of my target demographic. I create those clips. Once again, my top performing ads that have driven over $5 million, specifically talking about a few ads that have driven over $5 million in profitable revenue, I recorded on my iPhone. So take your iPhone, hit those pain points, and then follow the structure. By doing this, you make your Facebook ads work for you. Because what you can do now is you create those ads, and as I said, your ad is now hitting multiple. You can hit 3 to 5 different pockets of your target demographic. And Facebook's setup now, 3-4 years ago, if you were an advertiser, you know how important it was to use like very specific budgets, like $5, $10, $25 a day budgets, CBO, or should I be using ABO, like all these tweaks. You don't need to do that anymore. I just take my creatives, I set up a campaign budget optimization campaign, CBO, my cold traffic campaign. And as I'm talking about this, I have a full 6.5-hour full in-depth Facebook ads course here on YouTube. I'll link that and you'll understand kind of my breakdown. But in my cold traffic campaigns, I create 4 ad sets. I drop in 3 to 5 variations of my creative, each one hitting those different pockets of my target audience. And from that point, Facebook optimizes. So you can go extremely broad. For example, if I target on Facebook, if I target shampoo, I'm sure that audience size is probably 50 million people in the United States. There's a lot of people that buy shampoo. And by using these, by recording those clips that drive in that pain point, Facebook then can hit basically that entire 50 million sized audience, because we're hitting every pain point that a potential customer is looking for. And so that's my cold traffic setup. So I have one campaign, and Black Friday, this single campaign with those 4 ad sets, I scaled up to $15,000, $20,000 a day, and it performs extremely well. So that's a testimony to how well this can really work. Whoops. So that's step 1. Number 2, in retargeting. Retargeting is going to make it even easier for your ad account to work for you. What you do, you create 2 ad sets. The first ad set, you put in your warm retargeting. So that's like people who've liked an ad on Facebook, on Instagram, followed you, liked your page, but haven't clicked over to your website. So you include your warm traffic, exclude anyone that's visited the website, anyone that's added a cart, so forth. That's ad set number 1. Ad set number 2 is your hot traffic. Your view contents, your initiated checkouts, add to carts, subscribe to your email list, everything except purchase. And then number 3, this is the core ad set that has completely changed the game. So what you do is you let those 2 ad sets run and you create this third one alongside of those other 2. You turn on dynamic creative optimization. It's a little toggle in your ad set. It's going to allow you to create one ad. You're going to take all of those creatives that you built, hitting all these different pain points, and you're going to drop it into this dynamic ad. Then you're going to take a bunch of different copy variations, up to 5 for primary text, 5 for headlines, 5 for descriptions. And you're going to hit those pain points. So it's going to say, do you struggle with like frizzy hair? You do not want to say the word you, because that's you will get banned very, very fast. So you might want to say something like, shampoos have been known to like cause frizzy hair the next day. That's why we created blah, blah, blah. Do 3 bullet points, like use the check mark emoji, hit those pain spots. Our shampoo promotes hair growth. Our shampoo causes results in luscious hair the following days, blah, blah, blah. Call to action, you create 5 different ones of those. And now that you have this dynamic creative setup, when you go to input the audiences that you want to target, take every one of your retargeting audiences. So both your warm and your hot traffic and your existing customers, and drop it into this dynamic ad. So in your retargeting, this is how I do mine. It's called the Pondir Diamond Stability Zone. Once again, check out the course in the description. It'll give you a full breakdown. It's completely free on YouTube. This setup will allow you to put that upfront work into your creatives. Maybe you spend a week on creatives, you work hard on them, but then this setup can run for months at a time with very minimal work. And it will outperform anything that you've built trying to manually like work on every single day. Trust me, I've spent a lot of time in the Facebook Ads Manager. So that's how I structure it. And once again, the full breakdowns in that free course on YouTube here. So don't get overwhelmed by all these details if you're newer, or even if you're just kind of confused on some of the terminology. It's actually extremely simple once you understand the lingo of Facebook ads. But that creative setup where you find the 1-star reviews, and then from that point, you create your media clips, you create the structure, and then you follow the Pondir Diamond structure in your ad account. Your ad account now works for you. It'll work, but it also works for you. And that's been such a huge game changer for me, my businesses, and advertising in general. So, I hope that helps. I want to see everyone crush it the consumer holidays coming up here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. A lot to come. Feeling out.